Hey everyone, it's Olivia Grace back with another video. Today I am explaining to you guys how exactly you create the reality that you live in. I know off the rip it sounds just bizarre and just untrue, but it is, and it's very important that we know this because going through life unconsciously not knowing this is the reason why we go through so much struggle and so much pain. Not to say that when you figure this out that you won't struggle or have pain, but it will be significantly less, just because you have more control in your life. So let's get right into it. So our reality is created from energy. Everything that we do, including taste, sight, touch, smell, is an interpretation of energy. So we put energy out into the world. That energy is reflected back to us as our reality. If you could, think about the building blocks of everything. Everything is made of atoms. Everything is made of molecules. At the basis of that is energy, and that connects us all and makes us all one. So we bring things in based off of our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. If you could think of your reality as a cake, and your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are the ingredients for that cake. So we add in maybe, a little happiness here, a little disappointment there, a little, sadness there, a little wanting there, a little bit of not good enough, a little bit of, resentment. We get this cake out and we're like, I don't like this cake. This is terrible. We're just eating it and we're just like, I don't like it. But we still recreate the same cake. And that is what we're doing in life. We still put the same ingredients. We still are the same person. And we're still getting the same result, the same cake that we don't like. But we don't even know a different recipe to use. We don't even know that a different recipe would create a different cake. That is the life that we're experiencing right now. So when you know that your thoughts and your feelings and beliefs are creating your reality, you can consciously change them to be in your favor, to have a reality that works out for you, that is something that you want to actually live in. Our reality right now, for those that are unconscious and that don't know that they're creating their reality, then their ingredients are coming from every which way. It's coming from TV, it's coming from the radio, it's coming from friends, it's coming from family. So, and then of course our own thoughts that we have. And like I've always been saying to you guys, human nature, it is kind of our tendency to be a little bit negative, especially in our American culture. We're not really, like, gratitude and being happy and thankful is not really fitting in with the American dream of getting everything that you want and just, being abundantly rich and everything like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but as far as happiness, that's not really a focus of the average American. So our life turns out to be something that we're not happy with. Now, of course, like I said, in order to change the cake that you're getting, you just need to change your ingredients and realize that the cake that you're having is based off of the ingredients that you've been putting in there the entire time. The life that you're living is based off of the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you've been having this entire time. And more importantly, in the past few weeks, your now moment was made in the past few weeks of your thinking. So when you have certain thoughts like about disappointment, about feeling not good enough, about, I'm never going to be anything, everything is terrible, nothing works out for me, other people are always successful and happy and I'm not, telling yourself, I'm so unhappy, I'm so unhappy, I'm so unhappy, you're literally recreating that same cake that you don't enjoy. You're recreating that same life. And that is why our lives kind of look the same. Like our lives, we rarely go through very big, huge changes. It's kind of like the same thing every day, day in, day out. Like, okay, I'm going to work, I'm leaving work, I'm coming home, I'm hanging out with these same people, and then I'm doing the same thing all over again. So this is what we've basically been experiencing because we're taught to react to our reality. We're not taught that we have any influence in our reality. So this is why I'm giving you guys this message because it's so, so important. Other than meditation, this is the biggest thing when it comes to living a happy life is seeing your own part in your life. You are literally the masterpiece and the artist. You are creating your life and living your own creation. So it just takes a little bit of courage, practice, some self-love to be able to recreate your reality and just putting different thoughts in your head. When you're thinking something, ask yourself, do I want this to manifest instantly? Is this something that I want to happen right now? If not, then it's not really something that you should be giving attention to or giving your time to or really obsessing over, because it's recreating it into your next cake. And that's not what you want. You want to have good qualities about yourself that you want to experience. You want to have good things that you want to experience. So you want to be giving your thoughts to those kinds of things. Think about the things, like I always tell you guys, think about the things that make you happy. Think about these things. Put effort towards these things. Put dreaming and just little things that you can do. You may not be able to do much right now, but every little thing, it just adds up and adds up and adds up, and it becomes a different reality. You didn't just get into the situation you are right now. You didn't just wake up one day happy and safe and perfect in your parents' house and then dropped onto the street and then miserable, depressed, and all this. It all happens gradually over time. You just have to be able to take time with yourself. It's kind of like when you're baking your new cake, you have to take time to find out the right ingredients, the right way to bake it, however you want it to come out. You're not going to let it bake for 10 minutes and then open it and take it out and say, look at this is terrible. It's still all mush. It's all gooey. This isn't what I was looking for. And just throw it away and bake the same old cake that you're used to baking. And that sounds silly, but that's what we do when we're trying to change our life. We're trying to change it. We find something that we think works. We're doing it for maybe a week or two and we don't see the results that we want. So we're like, man, forget this. This doesn't work. I'm going back to what I was doing before and just going back to being unhappy. So it's just about being consistent and really just trying to feel better. Stop talking about things that you don't want in your life. Realize you're so powerful. Your feelings, your beliefs, the things that you talk about, your words are extremely powerful, you guys. And I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not asking you guys to believe. I'm asking you guys to try. That's what I say at the end of all my videos, is for you guys to try for yourself, because I don't want anybody to take my word for it. This is just based off of my experience. But I do know that this is something that can universally help everyone if you can apply it into your life. So with any situation, realize that you created it, not in a bad way to feel bad about yourself, but just, hey, I created this so I can create something else. And it really is that simple as you creating something else. It's not really about undoing all the terrible things that are going on now. It's about redoing and creating and being, creative and making a new situation and a new life for yourself, becoming a new person. You have to become that new you that you want to be. The person that you are right now and the person that you want to be are two different people. They do two different things. They think two different ways. They hang out with two different kinds of people. So these are the kind of things that you have to look at and see, what part am I playing in my reality? One thing you can't do when you're creating your reality is be a victim. You can't say life is happening to me, people are doing this to me, everybody's against me. Like, you can say that, but guess what? You're going to attract people that do those things to you. So it's to a T. Anything that you choose to believe, you can believe the most horrible things about the world, which is the popular thing to do. Look at how terrible the world is. Look at how horrible everything is. That's like everybody's favorite thing to do. Wayne Dyer says that people wake up and look for things to be offended about. I thought he was joking, but I see it's serious. People wake up literally and will like Google stuff to be offended about so that they can start their day feeling mad and angry. So if you're doing that, you can't expect to have a happy life. You can't expect to prosper in anything if you're filling yourself with negativity first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. So just choose to fill yourself with positivity. Choose to put different in. Use different ingredients. Make a different cake, and enjoy that. And you can do it. Don't think that you can't. You can do it with something small just to try it out. Maybe, I don't know, any situation in your life that you're wanting to be different. Try and think of it differently. Try and ask questions. How can I fix this? Instead of look at how wrong it is. How can I fix this? What can I do? What did I do to, contribute to this? How can I be better? When you ask yourself these kinds of questions, you're switching it from life happening to you in control of your life. We don't have control over every single thing, but we have control over 99% of it. So start exercising that control, you guys. Start creating your reality. Start deliberately putting thoughts into your head. If you are not deliberately putting thoughts into your head, someone else is doing it, and it's not to your advantage. That's just the truth of it. People they're not worried about you being successful and happy. They're worried about themselves being successful and happy. And as for that, it doesn't work so easily when you're a person in power to have a human race that is also powerful. It doesn't work for them in their mind state, but it's all